for empowerment, so to speak. A lot of times when I work closely with the team in Canada, and when we are encouraging youth pastors in Canada to run Alpha, we say get teenagers involved from the beginning. Right from the beginning, there's different roles that are really key to Alpha. There's a lot of hospitality that goes into it. There's a lot of tech stuff that you want to make sure everything's working. But then there's, at the table level, we call them hosts and helpers. And right from the beginning, we say get teenagers as the hosts and helpers. So maybe it's 3-4 weeks in, you start saying, hey, next week you're leading the discussion. And they get so nervous, and I don't know what to say, because we, like all of us, I don't have all the answers, I don't know how to lead a great discussion. I said, no, your job is to listen well, and then to say, what does anybody else think, right? And then we'll debrief at the end. So then there's a coaching time afterwards. So if I were to put that in practical terms for you, I would say, give them opportunities. I mean, this is a simple thing. Give legitimate opportunities for youth to take hold of something and do it, and then debrief with them. Don't just go say, hey, go do this. And even brief them. Give them a coaching before and after you give them an opportunity to do something. A few things I'm going to say a few things quickly for the sake of time. But I want to say host trainings. This isn't just for Alpha, but all this stuff kind of applies to Alpha, but in any area of empowering teenagers, extending your reach through teenagers. Host trainings, host environments for prayer. Host environments for dreaming and encouragement. And I think that's one of the big things that I found in my ministry when I was empowering teenagers was we needed a separate space than our regular youth group program. We needed a separate space than our Sunday mornings and our regular youth group program. So we set up so this is where it's costly with time. It's like I had to set up a different time so that we could have discussion and environments for dreaming and encouragement and prayer. And then the other part of that is discussion. Okay, what does that look like? When I first started saying to my teenagers, oh, you could do stuff for your friends at school, that were in my youth group, they started thinking about the things we did at youth group. Oh, we could have music, and we could have someone give a talk. And I was like, what? That's lame. And then I realized that I was like, oh, that's what I've showed you that we do. So I'm lame. But I realized we have to then make a space to expand the imagination of what does it look like to be the hands and feet of Jesus in your school environment. And so that is brainstorming. And some of the kids will dream really big, and that's really fun. And then your job is to help make that into some small steps that they can actually do. Say, oh yeah, okay, Dad, you want to do what? And then for the whole school, okay, what if we started by doing for 10 people this, something manageable and bite-sized. So host training, host prayer, environments for prayer, host environments for dreaming and encouragement. I would say make opportunities to pray for them and commission them. There's something powerful about giving teenagers an opportunity to say, do you want to own your faith in a different way and be a representative of Jesus? Like it says in the second letter to the Corinthians, I think, be ambassadors of reconciliation. Do you want to be an ambassador of reconciliation? If you do, I want to lay hands on you and pray for you. And so then the whole youth group won't want that. But some teenagers will be like, I want to be that, I want to do that. And there's something really powerful that I think God does by His Spirit when we say, okay, I'm the leader here, I'm going to lay hands on you and bless you to go to your school, your sports team, wherever it is, as an ambassador of reconciliation. Find more tools to give them. Alpha is one, where they can help learn how to facilitate a discussion. But there's other tools available as well for them to get engaged. And the other thing that I noticed that Jesus did, and another leader highlighted this for me the other day, and it was convicting for me, so I want to pass it on to you, so I don't have to be convicted by it anymore. You can be. Jesus' prayer, he prayed all night, and then he chose his 12 disciples. I wonder what it would look like for us to put more prayer into who in my life should I be pouring into, discipling. Who in my life? Jesus prayed all night, and then he chose 12 to be with him, and that he could train and send out. let's be prayerful about who, God, would you bring these people clearly to my mind and my heart that I could choose to mentor and encourage and challenge. And then God, He's so kind. He'll creatively give you ideas on how to get them engaged in new levels. I know it's a really simple list, the idea of hosting trainings. You'll notice it's just a lot about time, praying, being there, discussing opportunities. There's no recipe. There's no 1, 2, 3, wham. There's not like, oh, hey, just get everyone running Alpha all the time. That's just not. But we're trying to make a generation own their faith in a new way and extend the reach to their friends. And so I want to invite Jordan up because we did a partnership, and Jordan will just explain a little bit. We partnered up with Sticky Faith, and so some of you already grabbed your copy of free books, but tell us about them, Jordan.
Yeah, so it's Fuller Youth Institute, and so basically they did a giant study across the country of what is actually, why are churches growing young? They've identified churches that are growing young, and they asked why are they growing young? And then for them to surface 6 strategic strategies, and so this is what they have. And they're amazing partners, they're brilliant. And you'll find, if you read this, you'll be like, oh, that's kind of like Alpha. And it's true, which is why we're kind of partnering together. And in this, you'll see, okay, there's one thing that I want to leave you with too is, when you empower people, when you empower students, you empower them in something that you have to take a risk on, and they know it's risky. If you empower them to pick up the trash, it's like, oh, okay, I'm just a slave, But if you empower them to a risky role that you're taking a risk on, that's empowerment. And there's 6 strategies in which you can go with it. And it takes intentionality to grow young in church, for sure. It takes intentionality. Unintentional churches actually just grow old and smaller, actually. And in this one, Sticky Faith, they also did a study of what causes faith to last beyond philosophy class 101 in college, right? When the professor gets up there and just destroys the worldview of people. Basically came out and said, hey, it's about activating their faith. It's about empowering them. And then when I was I am a youth pastor, been a youth pastor for 12 years, but when I was doing this, the seniors who actually stayed in the youth ministry are the people who connected with really healthy small groups, but then also were empowered to lead at a high level in something that mattered, and it most of the time involves leading people. And then they stay, and they come back for every Thanksgiving and every Christmas and every Thanksgiving and Christmas, and they want to hang out with me and my family all the time. So these 2 resources for you guys, and we recognize that empowering students is a cultural shift, and we just started the conversation, and hopefully these books are helpful as you talk to your whole team about it, and then hopefully Alpha is a helpful tool, a practical tool for you to engage the cultural shift of empowering youth, okay? Good deal. We want to take a small break, but then this last one is all about experience, which they're all important, but this one personally for me is the one about creating spaces that go beyond explanation, especially when it comes to the power of God and the Holy Spirit. So take 5 minutes, grab some more snackies if you need, and then come back. Be sure to be here in 5